As we enter the summer of 2023, there are certain foods that are expected to run out of stock, with changing climate patterns and various factors impacting the food supply chain. There are at least 15 food items that might experience shortages and run out of stock very soon. It is crucial to be aware of this situation and take necessary precautions. So let's go ahead and dive into this list. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel. Here we discuss the latest breaking news on the United States and what you need to know about the current state of our economy. Food shortages occur when there is an inadequate supply of food to meet the demand of a population. They can be caused by a variety of factors, including extreme weather conditions, economic instability, and disruptions in the food supply chain. Food shortages can have severe consequences on individuals, communities, and entire nations. First on this list is sugar, the sweet ingredient that adds flavor to our favorite treats. Raw sugar prices reached their highest level in 1 decade, as the prospect of a global supply shock has intensified. Sugar prices have surged 19% so far this year. The latest moves comes as news that India, which is a major producer of sugar, will not increase exports in the fall season. Last year, the government of India stated they would be implementing a cap to maintain domestic availability and price stability of sugar. Meanwhile, stockpiles of sugar in Brazil are low due to a late harvesting start caused by significantly rainy season. And supplies are also lagging in Europe, Thailand, and Mexico. Also affecting sugar prices is the white sugar contract expiration, with many traders expected to close their short positions. If you have also noticed gaping holes in the produce section lately, where the strawberries are supposed to be, you are not alone. The strawberry industry has been forced into a period of historically low volume. California, the state which produces 90% of strawberries consumed in the United States, has experienced an unprecedented amount of storms and rainfall this year, which has flooded farms. Data estimates that just the regions of Oxnard and Santa Maria alone have received over 20 inches of rain since the beginning of 2023. That is more rain than the 3 last years combined. Additionally, these problems in California hit at a time when areas of Florida and Mexico were wrapping up their own strawberry seasons, further exacerbating the problem. However, there is light at the end of the tunnel, as strawberry growers farther north, in states like North Carolina and New York, begin their own harvesting season. But supplies could remain low into the early days of summer, causing consumers to pay just a little bit more for that strawberry shortcake or berry pie, or to seek out other sweet alternatives altogether. Eggs have almost always been an easily available and relatively inexpensive staple, but the egg shortage that began last year has made them increasingly expensive and difficult to find, according to the Consumer Price Index. Nationwide egg prices have gone up 60% in 1 year. As with other rising food costs, the high price of eggs results from shortages. Widespread egg shortages have also had a knock-on effect on mayonnaise production. According to the Consumer Price Index, the cost of mayonnaise has jumped up by 18.2% in the last year, with sales of around $164 million in the United States. Mayonnaise will be the most popular condiment there. Mayonnaise's problems are becoming more widespread. Even though the overall price increase rate seems moderate in the United States, anyone who uses an excessive amount of mayonnaise will not be happy. Even more panic around the availability of mayonnaise has ensued, after top seller Hellmann's announced it would be ceasing its sales in South Africa. The brand, owned by Unilever, said the decision was made due to highly inflationary import costs and overall low demand in the region. But consumers continue to express worry around what this could mean for the product in other markets, including in the United States. Americans love hummus, but according to Reuters, we might see a drop in the supply of chickpeas very soon. A combination of dry weather in India and low production in Mexico has experts also predicting a global shortage of chickpeas for much of this year. The shortage is likely to last for about 6 months. Recently, chickpeas have become more popular among health-conscious consumers, which has driven up demand. The crisis in Ukraine has also led to a drop in production, as it is one of the top suppliers of chickpeas for the world. Growers in the United States have also dropped chickpeas lately in favor of other crops, reducing the domestic supply. So combine all this with continuing supply chain issues caused by the crisis, and you may have to start using other beans in your hummus recipe. The pet food industry has changed substantially from the time, almost 100 years ago in 1926, when Purina launched its first dog food. Now pet food manufacturers offer complete and balanced meal options found in kibble form and different varieties. Supply chain shortages across a variety of industries have become common over the past 16 months, and pet food shortages are no exception. The continuing shortage of aluminum and shipping issues have led to shortages in dog and cat food across the country, with several stores reporting bare shelves at the pet stores. According to Fox Business, even big retailers like Target and Amazon are facing shortages of pet food, leaving millions of pet owners scrambling for their furry friends' staple food and treats. A combination of extreme weather and disease impacting citrus fruit is expected to drive down Florida's orange crop to its lowest level since the Great Depression, shrinking the state's already dwindling supply and sending orange juice prices even higher. This season, Florida is expected to produce about 20 million boxes of oranges. The Department of Agriculture said that would be a 51% decline from the prior year, and the smallest amount produced since 1936. The small crop is a result of the ongoing problem of citrus greening. It is a disease that has plagued Florida orange trees and squeezed supply for years. The shrinking production in Florida could hurt consumers who are already dealing with the rising costs of groceries. According to a recent analysis, the drop in rice production predicted for 2023 will be the largest in nearly 2 decades, estimated to result in a deficit of about 8.7 million tons. There has been a nearly 10% price increase for rice in the United States year over year. There is a short supply of rice as a result of the ongoing war in Ukraine, as well as bad weather in rice-producing economies like China. Lettuce production has also been hampered by warm temperatures in California, where much of the vegetable is produced. What's more, last fall, California's Salinas Valley was infested by the insect-borne disease. The region, which accounts for half of the entire lettuce production in the United States, lost 80% of its crop in 2022. Supermarkets have been sent into a tailspin by this shortage, with some said to be rationing their supply. Wheat, avocados, bread, soda, and paper goods are also expected to see a dip in available supply this year. Comment what other goods you have seen less in your local grocery stores.